Okay, I figured this out. Can you hear me? Okay, I'm just gonna wait for someone to say we're good. Okay, it looks like 2 people are here. Cool, cool. Do I sound okay? Okay. Sweet, thank you. I was like, I hope I'm not just talking to no one. Yeah, what's up, everyone? I am about to go on vacation, backpacking. I'm not going on like a crazy trip during COVID, so but I won't be around for the next week, and I kind of wanted to talk about the situation with Maddie. Honestly, I didn't come on here just to talk about her. I just wanted to talk about this topic in general because I don't really pay attention to her that much, so this isn't about her. But oh hey, Tofu Goddess. You were just watching her story. That's so funny. I don't know why whenever I go live, my voice just stops working. Yeah, so, oh my God, hold on. Let me grab my water bottle, actually. Oh. Yeah, I saw her post and then I watched her story, and I feel like I should preface this by saying that I'm not a super dogmatic person. Some people, maybe I shouldn't name them, but there are some people with large platforms that are just like jumping down her throat in the comments and calling her a terrible person and all that. And I'm just like, I don't need to do that. But if there were some sort of health condition that legitimately required animal protein for you to like thrive as a person, I feel like I could make exceptions, because I know some of y'all disagree with my stance on feeding cats vegan, for example. I don't even agree with myself on that fully, so it's just a gray area. But I don't know, if there was a legitimate health condition that was backed by the scientific consensus that this particular health condition requires animal products, I would be like, well, I got to make an exception for this person, just like I make exceptions for carnivorous animals, because we are animals. But these people just have no respect for the scientific method. Like, they literally say the same thing every single time. It's always the same thing. It's always skin issues or digestive issues. And first of all, who doesn't have these issues from time to time? Like, we all go through phases in life where we're stressed out. Oh, somebody doesn't know who I'm talking about. I actually don't know who we're talking about or what she said. Okay, we're talking about Maddie Limburner, who is a really popular fitness vlogger, and she was vegan for like 5 years or something, and she's no longer vegan. But like I said in the beginning, I don't really care that much about her personally. I just want to talk about like this topic in general. Where was I going with this? Yeah, so like I could make exceptions for people. It's just that they never name a specific condition. It's always just like, oh, I was having some digestion issues and my skin was really bad. Listen, I was vegan for like over a year. And I went vegan when I was 18. I had always had acne in high school, and then freshman year of college, my acne was really bad, and I had a breaking point where I was like, fuck this, I can't live like this. And I had been vegan for a year. I was eating so healthy, and my skin didn't improve, to be honest. Like, it just didn't. A lot of people say they go vegan and their skin clears up, but mine didn't. So did I consider eating animal products again? Like, where's the fucking logic in that? No, I went to the dermatologist and I wanted Accutane, because that is scientifically proven. I know it doesn't work for everyone, but it's 80% success rate, and it was a miracle for me. Like, it worked really well. I break out occasionally now, but like, my skin's clear. Why do people think that? Just think about this logically. What is an egg? It's literally a chicken period. It's a period of a specific breed of bird. And you think that is going to cure your acne or your digestion issues. Like, maybe, I mean, there's medicinal plants out there. I don't fucking know. But like, there's no scientific basis for it. It's entirely anecdotal. And they're just following each other. They have massive influence. It's like one after the other, Ravana, Bonnie, Elise. They're all saying the same shit. They're just following the trend. And it just really bothers me that, yeah, when they don't have respect for the scientific method, because they never provide any actual data, studies to back up whatever the fuck their issues are and why they might need just a little bit of animal protein. And they have a massive platform. That's the other thing that's so frustrating, is like, I'm over here with my tiny ass platform. Love y'all. But like, it's so annoying how vegans are meant to feel that we are just so unreasonable. How dare we call this person out? Like, we're so rude and cruel. Isn't veganism about compassion? Like, don't you have compassion for people? Yes, I do. But it's really hard for me to have compassion in situations where, like, you don't value science and you're not making any fucking sense. Like, I'm sorry, I don't know you, so it's hard for me to have compassion for you. Like, I don't know. I do have compassion for some people who, like, I have friends that are not vegan anymore, and it's like a bummer, to be honest, but I still value them as a person. I see their positive qualities. Like, I don't know this girl, so I don't know where I'm going with that, but let's see. Did she even go? I'm sure she went to the doctor, but that's the thing, is like, some doctors are kind of incompetent when it comes to diet. Is there a legitimate health condition requiring animal products backed by studies? Yeah, I don't know. I feel like Mike the vegan and definitely Unnatural Vegan, if there was a condition, I would know what it is. Like, they would be honest about it because they're reasonable. I mean, Unnatural Vegan, I didn't mean to lump her in, but I don't know. I feel like there are plenty of rational vegans out there that would be like, oh yeah, there's this specific condition, and if you have that, then we can make exceptions for you. But like, what the fuck is it? It's unnamed. It's mystery. Who knows? And the other thing that annoys me is that these people, they were vegan. They went vegan for health reasons, and then they claim that this was the best decision I ever made. I've never felt better. My digestion is so great. My skin cleared up because I gave up dairy. And they build this whole brand based on their plant-based diet. For like 4 or 5 years, they talk about how great the vegan diet is. And then all of a sudden, because of this trend, like I said, they follow each other's, they're very, what's the word? Influenced by other influencers. And then all of a sudden, the opposite is true. Oh, I introduced a little bit of eggs and fish. And why is it always eggs and fish? So random. But yeah, oh, I introduced a little bit of this, and now my skin has never been better, and my digestion has never been better. And I'm just like, what? Hard truth is compassion. Thank you. I agree. Like, I really try to be a compassionate person and understand where people are coming from. But like when people, they say the same thing, it's like they have a script. They're like, I'm just sharing my truth. I'm really nervous to share this with you guys. Like, I'm really scared. Like, and I'm sorry. Yeah, okay, they always say they're sharing their truth. This is their journey, right? It's their truth. Like, what about the truth? What about the facts that in order to, like, consume eggs, male chicks have to be ground up alive? That's still like factual reality. Okay, that's still happening. So that's the fucking truth. Like, just because you're having some issues with your digestion doesn't just erase that. Like, the whole my truth thing just annoys the crap out of me. John Venus seems to have gotten worse. I mean, honestly, I just like, that's why I really try to advocate for veganism from like not the health angle, because people can be healthy and eat animal products. Like, you can have like a largely plant-based diet with animal products in it and be super healthy and fine and look great and feel great. So I don't know. Sorry if I'm skipping some of these comments. Hold on, let me go back. She specifically said she had to see a neuropath, not a doctor. Yeah, yikes. Health vegans tend to be merely plant-based dieters. Yeah, I think, well, full disclosure, I did begin this journey of mine because I watched Forks Over Knives. So I very much am passionate about nutrition. Like, I try to eat healthy, but that's not what veganism is. And it's very important that we make this clear. If you choose veganism for something other than veganism, you're not choosing veganism. Yes, and that's why I put health vegans in quotations. If there was a condition requiring animal products, Dr. Greger would make a video about the research. Exactly. Like, he's very objective with his presentation. Like, I don't know. If so many vegans, I know I already said this, but I know a lot of vegans feel strongly about not having carnivorous companions. And I get it. I don't have carnivorous companion. But a lot of vegans will make exceptions for people feeding their pets, companion animals, meat. So it's like, we're not a bunch of crazies. Like, we would be willing to make exceptions for people if there was a genuine medical condition, but there's not. Would you be vegan if it was bad for your health? Probably not, to be honest. Like, I mean, I would probably be like a reducitarian. Like, I'm not trying to like harm myself. Like, maybe that makes me sound really selfish, but I don't know. If it was like bad for my health, like if it shaved like 10 years off my life, can anyone honestly say? I mean, some of y'all are like hardcore, so maybe y'all would take one for that. I don't know. But I don't know. I think that most vegans, if it was like genuinely unhealthy to be vegan, like, we wouldn't really have a strong movement. Like, maybe we could protest zoos and stuff, and talk about lab grown meat and stuff, but people still eating animals with this pandemic. I know, that's the other thing that drives me insane, is like, we don't have time for this. Like, I can't, I'm so over it. I think people miss that veganism isn't a diet. Yeah, nobody understands this. That's why it's so frustrating, because like I said, I don't condone being super blatant and like name calling and targeted public shaming, which some people would consider this live stream to be, but whatever. Like, I really don't, but vegans have every right to fucking say something when, number one, you have to stand up for the animals, and number two, these people have massive platforms. Like, they're spreading information, they're influencing people. It's like, we have to point out the flaws in their stories because they don't make sense. Otherwise, like, I don't know. Health is normally the final argument I come to. I normally advocate for the animals and their lives, then the environment, then health. Yeah. I mean, it's just a bonus that animal products are unhealthy. I don't believe in karma, but are you posting this afterwards? Yeah, it should save. Last time it saved fine. It might take up to 24 hours for you to see it in my feed, but it was the animal's journey for me to eat them. Oh my God. I know. Like, as much as I was kind of throwing shade earlier, like, Freely has a point when she's talking about how these people are just like, me. This is all about me. And it's like, this isn't fucking about you. Like, you're completely ignoring the animals. If you were truly vegan and you found out you had a health condition that required you to eat animal protein, you would be distraught about it. And you would be like, oh my God, like, let me just, like, not, I don't know. Like, they just, they make it all about themselves. Oh, and then one thing I wanted to say is, if you watch Maddie's Instagram stories, she talks about her issues with her, like, her body's not able to produce estrogen and she had to take a lot of medication. I think that was pre-existing prior to her veganism, and then she went vegan. So it wasn't caused by her plant-based diet or anything. But, like, she was saying that she had really bad period pain. And the way she was describing it, it sounded horrible. Like, and I can, like, to some degree relate. I have really bad period pain sometimes too. And a month ago, I was just dying, like, thrashing around, like, in so much pain. I took medication, it didn't fucking work. And if you told me, you're like, okay, even if you were like, okay, I know the ibuprofen you took isn't working, the CBD isn't working, but here's a blender, and here's a little cute baby chick. If you drop the chick in the blender, your pain will go away. I would be like, no, I'll just wait. Like, what right do I have? I don't know. Ugh. Let's see. I would have to be dying, literally. And then I might do it. But if I'm just in pain and I know the pain's gonna go away eventually, like, this isn't even relevant because, like, I'm not convinced that eating a little bit of fish and eggs is how's this correlated? Like, show me some studies. I'm open if this is the case. I just am unconvinced right now. And of course she didn't provide any studies. It's just her talking. I always link studies in my description. I always link to the official position of the, I think it's the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics now. I used to cite both of them, like the American Dietetic Association and the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics, but then I realized that there was just a name change and it's the same organization, so I was like, oh shit. So yeah, clear that up for anyone who didn't know that. They're the same organization. Okay, let me go through some of these. So many people seem to be malnourished and messed up eating a plant-based diet. I think if vegans had better reaction to people who quit, at least they'd still feel compelled to be cruelty-free outside the diet. I don't know, like, she didn't really say she was just like, fuck it, I'm gonna go buy like all this makeup that's tested on animals now. Like, she still seems to be, which is, the thing is, you say so many people seem to be malnourished. That's because there are a handful of influencers who have been influenced by each other, and they're saying all this shit. And it's like, yes, like, you obviously can become malnourished as a vegan, but that's not unique to veganism. Like, there are so many people who are malnourished. Like, I was hiking with my friend today, and she said she was malnourished all her life growing up because she just had a hard time, like, eating enough food. And she had to drink those Ensure drinks or whatever. And she was always low in all of this shit, right? And it's like, then she went vegan in college, and she gets her blood work done regularly, and she's fine. But that's not to say that someone who goes vegan can't become deficient. Like, it depends on what you're eating. So, like, that's the thing, is like, that phrasing makes veganism into a diet when it's not a diet. Like, there's so many things that you can eat as a vegan. There's so many ways to eat as a vegan. And when the Academy of Nutrition Dietetics has come together and formed a consensus based on, like, mountains of evidence that a vegan diet, if it's appropriately planned, is nutritionally adequate, that's the scientific consensus. So yeah, if people, especially women who probably have disordered eating and they are attracted to plant-based diets because of the way it was promoted, especially several years ago on YouTube, then yeah, they might not be eating enough. Like, I don't know, like, let's see. And okay, I have more to say on that. So if vegans had a better reaction to people who quit, at least, they might, it would be better. I agree with that to some degree. I think that some people are over the top harsh. Like, I don't think I'm being super harsh, though. I think that I'm very passionate about this. And I think that what I'm saying is backed up by science. And I think it's important to tell the truth. And like the person said earlier, hard truth is compassionate. Okay. Whoa. Okay, hold on. Let's see. Some autistic kids might be impossible to feed vegan if they only eat certain foods. We should let the elderly people go thin if they don't like vegan options. I think that's just, we live in a carnist world, so, like, we can't control other people's behavior. So, like, if someone who elderly or autistic, like, refuses to eat animal products, like, I can't force them to eat vegan. I don't know. The real solution is communism anyway. I like your wall art. Thank you. Yeah, I got this in high school at TJ Maxx. It was like 75% off, and it's just a bunch of sticks. Sometimes it's weird if my head is like here, and it looks like it's sprouting out of my head, and people are probably like, what is that? But being selfish is good. Yeah, I mean, depends. But yeah, I do think that you can't pour from an empty cup, okay? You gotta take care of yourself first. But I seriously, like, show me evidence that fucking eggs and plastic, toxic metal-laden fish is medicinal. Just show me the evidence. Dr. Clapper, actually far and away my favorite plant-based advocating doctor. Yeah, I know who he is. I don't know like a ton about him though. Speak for those who don't have a voice in the noise of all this misinformation. This is a nice little vegan rant. Thank you. Yeah, I really get frustrated when vegans are portrayed as like bullies, because like I said, some vegans are a little too overzealous and need to tone it down a little bit. But like, we're literally, someone has to be the voice for animals. Like, they can't advocate for themselves in English and whatever language. And like, I'll get some comments on my videos about Elise Parker, and yeah, I was a bit harsh in those videos for sure, but to be honest, I think she deserves it. I think her behavior is atrocious, and she's a public figure, and I stand by everything I said. But yeah, people are in the comments like, why do you have to be such a bitch? Like, why are you so mean? Like, I thought vegans were about compassion. And I'm just like, you know what a bitch would do? Like, okay, what's bitchier? Telling the truth, being a voice for voiceless victims, literally consuming products of like that require exploitation and violence, like dropping yellow baby chicks in a blender, all eggs, free range, cage free. They all, what are they going to do with all the male chicks? What are they going to do with them? It's not economical. They have to go. They macerate them. That seems a little bit more bitchy to me. Like, it's just so frustrating when people, oh, you feel me. Are you still in lockdown quarantine? Kind of. Like, I'm definitely not really going places. Like, I just hike and wear a mask when I pass people and like take Finley on a walk and like run. And I go to the grocery store, but I haven't really been paying a lot of attention to like what's open and what's not. There was a time where stuff opened back up and I wanted to go thrift shopping. And I tried, and the dressing rooms were all closed. And I was like, this is pointless. So I guess I won't be thrifting for a while. But yeah, Ethan and I are about to go on a backpacking trip in the Tetons and Yellowstone. So we'll wear masks and be safe. Is it selfish? Wait, if selfish people were truly selfish, they would want a better place to live and health for themselves. Hold on. Why are you criticizing people for dropping plant-based diets for their health when you said you do the same? Because they don't value the scientific method. Like, they don't actually have good reasons. They're not critical thinkers. Like, I don't know. And the other thing is, if you're really vegan, like, can you imagine Joey Carbstrong coming down with some health ailment, or like Earthling Ed, or like, I don't know, any of these hardcore vegans? Like, they're not ever gonna they're not gonna be like, I should try this experiment where I eat eggs. Like, that's not food. Like, they don't view it as food anymore. It's not an option. It's not on the table anymore. And if there was like scientific evidence that, like I said, if there was a legitimate health condition that required animal protein, and all of these doctors, you've gotten multiple opinions and they're all telling you you need to do it, like, That's one thing. But like these people, these influencers, they're not sharing anything convincing. I'm not convinced. That's why I'm criticizing them. Rather than shitting on these people, show them compassion. If she's not gonna watch this video, like whatever. It's not like I'm, again, you're twisting it around to where, like, I am showing compassion in this video. I have a lot of compassion for the victims of her choices. What about them? Do you believe everyone can thrive vegan? I was vegan for 5 years. I have IBS. I can't tolerate a lot of fiber. I'm trying paleo now. Okay, you should check out my friend Katie Rhines. Her Instagram is vitamin.katie, and she's a registered dietitian, and she has the knowledge on how to. I can't promise you anything, but check her out. Because I'm not I'm not qualified to really answer that question. That's why I just defer to the scientists. These influencers simply spread misinformation. There's no IQ test to be an influencer. And most of them simply peddle bro science. Seriously. My ex cured his Morgan. Hi. Yes, I know. Josh is very passionate about this topic. He did cure his IBS on a low FODMAP, whole foods plant-based diet. I'm reading. Jetstorm, I don't want to miss any of your comments because I know you keep wanting to join my live streams. Goji Man is good for gut issues too. Yeah. Okay. I think your response to this is the best I've seen. You stand your ground. Thank you. Thank you. I'm really not trying to just like shit all over Maddie. Like I don't really follow her closely, and I had some things to say. Why is it that they always go for eggs and fish as if fish aren't animals? Seriously. With the same sentience as other animals. What makes them all think that eating a fish is less harmful to other animals than eating other animals? Yeah, like, I kind of can understand the, like, sentience hierarchy. Like, yes, fish feel pain for sure, but do they have the, like, emotional depth as, like, a cow? I don't know, maybe not, but the point is they still feel, so it's wrong to kill them. Like, it doesn't matter that, like, other animals, like, might have a richer experience or whatever. Like, that doesn't justify stomping on an ant for no reason. Like, they probably don't have that rich of an experience, but, like, I'm not just gonna go stomp on them. Like, I don't know. Yes, and fish are animals. I don't know why people think they're swimming vegetables. I was that dumb bitch, though, in early, like, summer before college when I went pescatarian, but I told people I was a vegetarian. Because I was just indoctrinated by the carnist world we live in. Let's see. So I can't get mad at people because that was me, so. And, okay, other thing I was going to say is that if I found out I had to consume animal protein, the first thing I would try is bivalves, even though I would find a way to cook them and mix them in some pasta or something. But bivalves, maybe shrimp, because, again, I feel like shrimp are on the lower end of the sentience scale where they don't have... Yes, they still feel pain. Obviously, it's wrong to kill shrimp. But, like, if you had to choose, if you had to eat animal protein, which do you think is the better option? Shrimp with, like, very, very tiny brains, or chickens and fish. Fish are more cognitively, I don't know. I'm not a scientist, you guys. I hope this is making sense. But yeah, I would probably eat bivalves and shrimp or something. I would not eat eggs. The thought of grinding up male baby chicks just repulses me. I'm not interested in eating chicken periods. Okay, why? Let's see. There's a big difference, though. The way we slaughter animals is more humane than what animals do in the wild. I don't agree. Like, I get what you're saying. Like, I would rather have a bullet gun to the head than be ripped apart by a coyote. But the fact that we farm animals, we breed billions and billions of them into existence and like torment them for their entire short existence in confined spaces, and then we kill them. I think that's worse than having, the circle of life, living out in the plains or Serengeti or whatever, and like freedom. They have freedom, and then unfortunately they might get eaten by a lion. But I wouldn't say that we do things more humanely. Because again, we don't need to. Like, we're not carnivores. So there's no such thing as humane slaughter when it's unnecessary. Whereas a lion, it is necessary. That's their instinct. They have to do it. Regenerative agriculture would be just as beneficial. Actually, okay, Marsh, you should look at, so Mike the Vegan has a great video on grass-fed beef and how it's actually worse for the environment. Like, there's a misconception that it is greener and more sustainable, but it requires more land, and I think sorry if y'all heard that was really loud. I think grass-fed cattle produce more methane. And it's not sustainable, and he has a really great video on that. Debunking Alan Savory, or whatever his name is. Okay. Thank you, Jetstorm. That is scientifically false. Let's see. Yeah, if you could sustainably farm cows, we wouldn't have factory farming. It wouldn't be possible to eat enough meat. Like, we can't keep up with the demand with grass-fed beef. 28 years vegan. That's awesome, Lewis. Let's see. Look, okay, how long have I been doing this? 38. Okay, I'm probably going to go around the hour mark, or maybe before that. I'm really tired, and I have to pack. Look at a lot of these influencers using crap fad diets, claiming they're vegan, gaining such a big following and dipping. Yeah. That's the other thing that's so frustrating, is they built their following on this a lot of the time. And then they act so shocked, and like the people are upset about it. Like, come on. From an environmental perspective, killing and eating certain humans would be indisputably the most sustainable way to eat meat. That is true. Not advocating for that, but yeah, our oceans are so fucked. It's really sad. I had to buy a lot of plastic today, and I was upset about it because I'm going camping, and I had to buy some packaged food. It sucks that you have to hurt the environment to enjoy the environment. I mean, I probably could have prepped food. I could have done more work, but I was very busy this week. Rice requires a lot of water too. It just doesn't compare. You have to look at we have to eat food. So yes, we have to consume resources, but rice compared to meat, let me see if I missed any of these comments. $150. Yeah, just to put that in perspective, that's 150 billion land animals are murdered for food every year. Like, yet in this world we live in, I'm the one who's not being compassionate to other people who choose to contribute to this mass murder. I hope this is getting through to people. I just think it's so funny how John Venus and his brother are like polar opposites. Oh man. Yeah, everyone go subscribe to Leo Venus. Good content. Solid. He respects the scientific method. Good night, Alec. Thank you, 40-year-old vegan. Yeah, I'm trying to think if I had anything else I wanted to say, because I think I covered everything, but as always, whenever I make videos and upload them, I think of like 3 things that I wish I'd said. So I'm probably going to end this live and be like, oh shit, I didn't bring that one thing up. All right, well, it's been 45 minutes. I should probably go. But thank you for tuning in. And please go check out the videos I suggested. I cannot speak. Suggested. Mike the Vegan on grass-fed beef. Subscribe to Leo Venus. Check out my friend vitamin.katie on Instagram, who's a registered dietitian. Super awesome. And stay vegan. All right, let me see if there's any more questions. Okie dokie. Have a great day, everyone. I actually do have a video scheduled for this week, so I will be on vacation, but you will get a video. All right. Peace out.